Hello everyone. Here's something slightly different today. No Sonic theories today, but a Milo Murphy's Law theory. But even this theory is going to be a little different than a lot of theories that you see on a lot of different things, because I'm not really talking about the plot or trying to figure out the genetics of characters or trying to discover something about the lore or anything like that. I'm rather focusing on the personality of a particular character in Milo Murphy's Law. It's a really great show. It'll let me and my sister enjoy it, and yeah, it's pretty cool, and I'm really looking forward to new episodes. But here's the theory. I think Milo actually suppresses a lot of his negative emotions. And here's why. First of all, we have to kind of know what Milo's character is already. He basically has all this chaos happening around him everywhere he goes. Basically everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And that just really happens around him. And it's just absolute chaos. It can start out as small as dropping ice cream, and then by the end, a helicopter has to come to put out fires. You know, like he says, sticks and stones damage your internal organs, so always wear body armor. So, is it reasonable for someone that has that much chaos and destruction to be as happy as he seems all the time? And there's actually this one episode where he talks about trying to fix his condition. It's a very brief moment, but I feel like it's good to point out that, I don't know it's reasonable for him to want to fix his condition, but at the same time, he also goes on and stuff about how it makes his life less boring, and yet he's also mentioned that he wanted to fix it. What happened was he was asked, is there any way to reverse it? And he says, nothing I've tried has worked so far. So yeah, he has definitely tried to fix his condition. And I think the way he talks about it making his life less boring and stuff is really more of a coping mechanism he tries to use. And not only that, you can tell he feels bad. He feels bad about all the trouble that he causes. Like in that one episode where he ruined Nicole's party. And he tried to fix everything for her because he felt really bad about what happened. And he also got really emotional when he felt like he had a normal birthday party, which he never had one like that before. Now, there's this one scene in it that there's like this explosion or something that feels contrived, but Lola Stoon will fill you in on that. I'm probably not going to be doing any theories about that on my channel. This is part of another theory because Lola Stoon, I hope I'm saying her username right. She'll cover you on a lot of those kind of theories. So let's go on. We also know that he has nightmares about things being normal. Now let's think about this one episode where he wakes up and he goes, ah! Then he sees that nothing happened, but why would you scream before you see when that something happened? So I think he was having a false awakening. But what kind of nightmare was he having within that false awakening before he woke up? Something like that. And not only that, when he wakes up and sees that a tree has crashed through his house, you see how he's already accepted it as normal. And that would be devastating for anyone to have to try to accept something like that as normal. And I think the best way to put this is to compare it to Inside Out. Now, we know the main character in Inside Out, Riley, was pretty upset the whole time, but he kept trying to act really happy because, the joy emotion she had was a big old bossy pants and like to take over everything. So what if this is happening with Milo's emotions? What if he does feel more negative emotions, but he's trying to suppress it? And like I mentioned earlier about his coping mechanisms, they don't always make sense. Like in the pilot episode, when his friend was like dude, this is like really I'm just paraphrasing here. He's like, this is really dangerous. And he said, the other kids took a bus. Bus. That's boring. Without even talking about the danger of it. Now, we usually know something is a mechanism when it tries to evade the problem. Milo doesn't want to talk about the danger of the problems because, he feels bad and there's nothing else he can do about it. So he just tries to talk about how boring it makes his life. And you can tell he wants to live a happy, normal life because he goes on and tries to do all these normal, happy things. He just learns how to cope with it. And who knows, maybe he really is as positive as he seems. But we all know that everybody feels bad every now and then, and there's no reason to suppress it. So, whether he feels bad or not inside, depressed, or like he's just a danger or shouldn't exist, who knows? Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't feel like that. But we all know in the end, he'll be alright. Because it's his world and we're all living in it. See y'all next time.